Hello and happy Tuesday. Thanks for joining us here on Off the Desk. I'm Kaylee Collins.
And I'm Julia O'Keefe. Yes, thank you all for being with us. And also thanks to our special guests for joining us today. We have Sarah and Areta back in the Plus studio with us.
The third time.
Yeah, we're finishing right along. Yeah, welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us again.
Yes.
Of course.
I'm
Thanks
hoping
for
the
joining
viewers
us.
are liking us.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah, so you guys are still, getting ready for the launch of your show. Not too long to go now. Things to look forward to. I know last time you guys were on, we talked a little bit more extensively about your plans for the show, and we can get into that a little bit more. I know that there was some interviews that you guys had scheduled for your show, but also for 22 News and for our different newscasts for Black History Month. So we could talk a little bit about that later on. But first, I figured we gave our weekend recap yesterday on our Monday edition of Off the Desk.
Mhm.
That's something that we like to do here on our show. So you guys can tell us a little bit about how you spent your weekends. I know each of you did spend some time here at work, but tell us what you did on your days off.
Yeah.
too.
So you just had your most recent days off, so you can
Yeah.
go.
Okay, so today is my Monday, and I'm still feeling like it's still the weekend. So I'm still waking up. But what did I do on Saturday? Saturday, so I was looking forward to my VOSA, which is like a shorter version of like a minute story. The reason why is because someone else is entering the campaign for state representative of the 11th Hampton District. I
Mhm.
believe I said that
Mhm.
right. Yes. His name is Donnell Wright. He is the owner of Intervision Empowerment Consulting. And this makes a three-way tie for three Democrats that are running for this position. So on top of like State Representative Bud Williams, as well as someone else. So that would have been interesting, but unfortunately he got into an accident.
Oh,
So he had to
no.
postpone his campaign
No.
launch. So I was looking forward to that, but luckily he's going to be postponing that. And then he's coming on to our podcast too.
Oh, wow.
So that's going to be
Okay,
interesting to
good.
talk to as
Hopefully
well.
he's like in good
Yeah,
shape and recovering and
Hopefully.
everything.
Yeah. So prayers out to him. My weekend, I went out to see family in Bridgewater. I just love hanging out with family.
Bridgewater.
Yeah.
I'm from Bridgewater.
I
So.
think you guys both have reached there. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was nice hanging out with family and things of that sort. So now I'm back in work.
Oh, I love that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ready for
Good,
another
good.
work week.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
This weekend, Friday, I took care of some business. Student loans, guys. Oh, they really got me. Well, thank goodness that I only had to pay for one full semester because the other three I paid like at the time. And then I was a resident assistant, so I got free housing and stuff.
Nice.
So I only had to pay
Good
for
way
my
to
freshman
go.
year, which is great. So I'm not like it's still debt, but it's not like, 6 figures.
Could
So
be worse.
I figured out a payment plan and we're working on that. Friday was business. Saturday was fun. My boyfriend and I went to Dave & Buster's.
We
Nice.
always
Trying
do
to feel like
that.
a kid again,
Yes.
Love Dave &
I feel like we're just
That's
always
so
staying
fun.
inside because it's cold. And
Yep.
so I'm like, you know what, let's do something. So went to Dave & Buster's. It was so fun. I lost my phone for like a good 30 minutes. I was like, oh my God, someone stole it. Like,
That would have been me.
but we found it at the entrance. And then we went to Longhorn Steakhouse.
Nice.
I got a nice New York strip with honey butter Brussels sprouts.
That sounds
Yeah.
good.
Really good. And that's really it.
Nice.
And I was here Sunday, anchoring, filling in because Claire was in Foxborough
That's right.
Yeah, we
at
talked about
Gillette
that.
Stadium.
Yeah.
So much fun. So we decided to be creative with like introing her. So I started at one of our monitors and I walked over to the other monitor and then she was on this like blowing up on the screen and I was
Oh,
like talking to the
cool.
screen. I was
That's
like,
great.
Claire, like it's cool. Like,
Cool.
So just trying to play around with the newscast and trying to switch things up because I feel like the weekend is a perfect time to do that.
Yeah.
And it was Vinny's idea. So good for him. And we've just been having fun with the newscast recently.
Nice.
So yeah.
Speaking of the
Awesome.
newscast, it was in the negative this weekend. I remember being outside in the cold, so all you can see in the live shot is just like smoke coming out my
That's
mouth. I didn't have to tell them how cold it
I
is.
was thinking that was Nick too.
Nick is
Yeah.
one of the days last week, he's in the middle of his sentence and he coughed or something and he goes, "Sorry, the cold air hits my vocal cords."
He said it tightens up his
It
vocal
tightens up my
cords
vocal cords.
and throws him off.
It was funny. He just kept going on going.
That's funny.
because it really does affect you though when you take a deep
Oh,
breath
yeah.
and it's negative temperatures. Like you could feel that cold going down
And
your
the wind's
throat.
blowing at
Was
you.
that like a
Your
weather or
eyes
something?
hurt. No, that was his
Oh.
actual hit.
Oh, I love
No,
that.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
really good, actually.
Yeah.
It was
It's
a
like, excuse my
yeah.
my
It was
vocal
a
cords type
it was a less serious story. It may have even been a story about the cold. It probably was, but
Maybe
it was
it
a
was,
less
yeah.
serious story where he got away with it.
Yeah, I
but-
think people don't realize that sometimes is like there are times like that it's appropriate if you stumble or you mess up or say something that you didn't mean to say when you're reporting that you could kind of make a joke out of it or make light of it and then you just like keep on going. But then other times it's more appropriate to just keep on going and not address it, you know, and
Address
you need to be able to in real time make that decision as to what's the better option.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're covering a really serious, tragic story, you don't want to be like, "Oh, forget, sorry about
Tightening up
that."
my
Yeah.
vocal cords.
But in a
That's such a Nick
story
thing
where
to say.
you're covering
It
something
was
light,
okay.
you can.
He's
Yeah.
so funny. I
He
did.
He is the
recovers well.
character.
He
Yes.
There's
has
always
a good
something
delivery.
in these podcasts. There's
Right.
always something that you can like. Nick Antonakis did that.
Uh-huh.
I know. Our morning
Yeah.
team, we all have our little things.
We
that
do.
I love that.
Me too.
Y'all make a great team too.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah.
Fun
Thanks,
time.
guys.
You guys make a great team too. So
Yes.
So yeah, do you guys want to talk a little bit more about the plans for your show and what you've got on deck for interviews for Black History Month?
Yeah, so I feel like still training on OBS, the system, and I kind of had like a little session with Patrick Berry. Thank you, Patrick Berry, because he's just the best, and he's so nice. And he took an hour with me the other day to just sit down and kind of learn the system. And then obviously I wrote notes so I can relate to Sarah because she was working on some stuff. But I think for us is just spending that time. He said he got some stuff done for us, which I'll talk about offline. That he's just kind of helping us kind of put everything together so that we are ready to launch at the end of February. So
And it's so cool to see that Echoes of Us is now labeled onto Stream Deck, which we use. So I'm like, okay, it's getting
Nice.
real.
yeah. We done the music, we picked the music last week, and I think that was the hardest part. We were sitting with Sean, and we were like, he sent us some music, and we were like, let's just go to his office and just sit down with him. So we went through a bunch of music, and I feel like we both. There was one song we were like, this is it. I feel like that really just put everything together.
Cool.
And you know what's also cool? So Max with Simply Cinema is thinking of partnering like a bunch of the podcasts that we have on 22 News Plus app. So he came up to us asking us, would we like to be guests on his show and then have them on ours and stuff. So that's
Cool.
exciting.
We're both
Yeah,
on
there could be
weekends now,
overlap.
so might as well.
Right.
We're gonna be together, so might as well.
Yeah.
Should, yeah.
Cool. I have
On
to
there.
say, I saw when Bob sent out your logo in the weekly update. It's great. It's awesome. I love it. And I think
so good.
and it's so funny because when I heard your name, like that is honestly what I was picturing. Like something like, the shadows of a bunch of people and there's some colors in there too. So I think, it does a really good job capturing the name and what you're going to be talking about. So shout out to you guys and the design team for that. 'Cause it's
Yeah, it looks really
really
good.
great. Yeah.
The skyline in the background, the
Yes.
details, and we were like,
Yeah.
wow. We
Yeah.
wanted a diamond. You were definitely like diamond-ish shape, and they definitely did a great job.
Yeah.
that.
That's awesome.
And then with the
Super
flow of the music, you're going to see like the heads bobbing and stuff.
Oh.
I love that.
So
Awesome.
it's really
It
coming
kinda
together.
captures, the creative spirit you guys want to bring to it too. So
Definitely.
that's
Yeah.
awesome. All right, we're gonna take a quick break here, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more about the plans for your show. Stay with us.
All right. Welcome back to Off the Desk. I'm Julia O'Keefe.
I'm Kaylee Collins.
Sarah
Yeah.
There we
Oh,
go. Love it.
Yeah, so we're back. You heard before we took that break a little bit about the plans that Aretta and Sarah have for their show as they continue learning the system that we use in here and kind of, get everything mapped out for their official launch in just a couple of weeks because you have one more appearance here on Off the Desk, and then you guys will.
He's like, we just started.
Right.
Come back on.
Yeah.
No, it'll be great.
Yeah.
But so part of what you guys want to kind of focus on, at least for the launch of your show, since it is happening during Black History Month, is to kind of highlight some important local Black figures. So can you talk a little bit about the people that you're going to be, speaking with over the next couple of weeks and who we can expect to see? I know you did talk about this already a little bit, but as far as like the interviews that you have concrete lined up over the next couple weeks?
Yeah, so I say we're kicking it off strong with Attorney General Andrea Campbell. And
That is a great.
Yeah,
that's
that
why I was like, wow, the date that they chose, I was like, wait, like that is like
Should we tell
basically
her?
it's basically our first
Should we tell her
episode.
what day? Not yet.
We're filming on the
Okay.
23rd. We're doing a Zoom on the 23rd. Yeah, and I don't know what happens after that. We'll figure that out.
Teaser.
But Andrea Campbell's coming in, and we're very excited because again, she was in Western Mass just a month ago to talk to residents here. So it's definitely something that we shot big and shoot our shot. And
Definitely. And then another person that we do have lined up is the Springfield Superintendent, Dr. Sonia Denault. The reason why we want to interview her as well as a committee member, because they're making history as the first elected body of people of color in the school committee. So that's something that we have set already. But it might not be in February, but we're continuing, Black History Month.
Yeah. We're telling everyone February at first. We're like, wait, we want to launch in February.
Right.
So just adjusting that. And then Chef Lane's family, we've spoken about this before. Right. His wife Lisa, and then Ivan Felix, who works at Big Mamu.
Definitely.
Exciting.
And then we did talk about Ruth Carter as well. Back to what I was saying with like Max. So the reason why we were thinking of being a guest on Max's Simplest Cinema, I want to say Dustin as well. I'm sorry. Keep saying Dustin. But because the show that the film that she worked on, Sinners, has been nominated 16 times for the Oscars. So we thought that would be a great way to just talk about the nominations as well as like the different things happening in the film with them. But perhaps speaking to her after she wins. I'm thinking she will win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I remember watching the movie in theaters, and I need to definitely rewatch it because just make sure I can
I never saw it either.
Really?
Juan kept saying it because right when it came out, our photographer Juan was obsessed with it. He said went to go see it like 3 times in theaters.
Wow.
So it went on an afternoon when he had nothing going on. Yeah. He would just go. And Juan's super into music, so he loved the music soundtrack. He would play the soundtrack of it in the car when we were on our way to stories. Yeah. So he loved it, and he was like, "You gotta go, Julia. You gotta go." And I never went, so I feel like I have to watch
I feel like it'll pop up on a platform soon.
It's on
I think it's on HBO.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it's out
Prime
there.
Video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a matter of, unfortunately, me with my schedule
Time.
in my life. Time is
Time to watch a movie.
It's staying awake, Greta. It's
definitely
staying awake. It's staying awake. And going to the movies is like, I would love to go to the movies, but then I'm worried that I'm paying money to fall asleep.
Yes, that's the same.
I'm so sorry, guys.
No, that's real.
I can't do it. I can't.
I have to do like a matinee.
Yeah.
Or else I'm going to fall asleep watching it.
Every single time I try to watch a movie. Anyway, but that's just a me problem. So everyone,
I actually did go to the movies recently to see The Housemaid.
I stayed awake during that one too.
But I went. My husband had a random like Saturday off because he typically works Saturdays, and I had suggested like we should go to the movies. Like maybe we could go see The Housemaid. And he was like Friday night, and he's like, "You're definitely gonna fall asleep, so maybe we could do it Saturday." So we went Saturday morning. We got like coffees,
good,
and donuts.
There you
we
go.
did, like a breakfast thing.
Yeah,
so
there you go. Yeah, I went on like a random Tuesday night when I was going to be off. I think I had the rest of the week off, and recently too. And I had to get a latte with an extra shot of espresso to take with me.
But it kept you up, right?
It kept me
about
awake.
right.
Yes.
Sounds about
I
right.
couldn't recline my chair. I was prohibited from the recline button.
I know that those recliner chairs really good.
I can't be horizontal or I fall asleep. Anyway, that's my
And I know you guys bring covers to the movies too, because I know a lot of people bring like covers.
I do.
Sneaking snacks. You said that.
Or a whole meal.
Covers like a blanket?
Yeah,
Really?
I've
I've
never
never
brought up,
done
like,
that.
do
People bring a whole setup.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't be saying this after that. I did sneak in a certain food item that I ordered from the coffee shop. It was literally like basically a sandwich. Okay, so I'm like, I probably should like tuck this away a little, and then I'm like trying to keep it like discreet, and the women that were sitting in the same row, literally like full sandwiches. Somebody else had like a bowl of something that was clearly like not bought. Not brought in. They had like their coffees like just like out in their coffee cups. I'm like,
So you didn't feel
so
alone.
everybody does
There you go.
The sandwich.
Stuff in your purse and call it a day.
Yeah.
No one's gotta know.
So funny.
But yeah, I don't know, we got off topic a little bit there.
Movies.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
Yeah. Oh, I have some exciting news. Tomorrow I have a special guest coming in.
Ooh.
Chef Trinita Coleman, the personal chef to Jason Tatum. She's coming
Whoa.
in tomorrow. I've been following her, guys. When I was a kid, I watched Food Network like it was my life, and it still is. I watch Food Network all the time. Gordon Ramsay, love him. I was so jealous when I saw
He's
I
such a
thought
nice guy.
you got this close to him. Like
That is
I was
cool.
so like
Yeah,
I was so giddy.
I had the opportunity to speak with him and like interview him,
Oh
and he
my
was actually a very nice person.
I love that.
That's like
Awesome. He's so funny too, because obviously it's like a little bit of a persona that he puts on to like,
really.
be this
Yeah.
kind of like crazy aggressive guy in the kitchen and stuff, but he was super nice.
I was so
So-
jealous when I saw that.
And he's very, obviously very personable.
Yeah.
Like it made everybody feel very comfortable and like definitely gave off like a
low
humble
stakes
vibe.
now, yeah.
He wasn't a stuck up celeb.
You're living that down. You are never living that down.
He's actually very nice. So.
And if you're watching this, Gordon,
We're big fans.
call 22 News. But yeah, she'll be coming tomorrow. We're gonna do a little cooking segment in the Matsfield
Fun.
kitchen.
Wow.
She's making. I'm acting like I'm making it. We're gonna make chicken parm with a la vodka pasta.
Ooh.
Cool. That sounds
Is that
good.
so? Is this going to be? It's a story. Is it a
So,
special?
I'm gonna make it everything. So we're gonna make it a news package. We're gonna make it a little segment for the Black History
Cool.
Month special.
Awesome.
And I've been following her for so long, and I just love like she does like those silent reels, like those silent videos where it's just you just hear the chopping, you just hear the pouring of
I
it,
like those
and I
kind
like
of
that.
yeah.
Like you just the food speaks for itself, and you can just kind of storytell that way. And I really like how she does it.
Cool.
So I'm so excited to have her tomorrow.
What time are you
That's
guys
so
doing that?
awesome.
Just
She'll be in at 10.
I'm gonna try the food.
She'll be in at 10 a.m. If you smell some pasta, just
Just like
walk.
wander into the
just
Mac-
follow.
I mean,
It'll linger
yeah.
for the noon.
Yeah, right. That's
Cool.
great. That's
Yeah.
exciting.
That's
though.
awesome.
Very
That'll be
exciting.
fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a
Super
great
cool.
guest.
Is she? I remember you guys talking about you wanted to get her on this show too. Will you be doing some like?
So
probably
she's in
taking this
Boston,
year possession in
so that's
Boston?
definitely an ask. But
Virtually,
you never know. People,
Right.
now
people
it's
are
a digital
willing.
age.
Yeah,
people
are
are
willing.
willing.
When they're talking about something that is their passion and that they're interested in,
Mm-hmm.
everybody loves to do
Yeah.
that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
And we got the technology for it.
Exactly,
You got
yeah.
Zoom. You got
I am gonna do
FaceTime
like a
and
more
such.
sit down too, so I can also use that as part of something as well. So
Cool.
just making
Great.
sure I get all the elements with someone really cool and
Yeah,
see what we
that's
can do with
awesome.
it. Yeah,
now, do you
Awesome.
like to cook too?
I
know you
love
like
to
cook a
cook.
lot.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
when people say, "What's your hobby?" I don't have any, so I just say cooking.
Yeah.
That
I
is
love-
a hobby.
okay. I love
Yeah.
trying new things and
And her dishes look good. I
Yeah.
haven't tried them yet,
So,
actually.
maybe I'll bring you one. You're meal prepping. She puts on Instagram. She's always meal prepping and stuff. I'm like, okay, you can cook too. But my parents are both cooks, so
Oh,
I think
really?
I think
didn't
it's
know
in
that.
my blood.
Cool.
But I love meal prepping, cooking, all the things. Baking,
I've been trying
one
to
step at
get
a time, guys.
more into baking. You know what? This is funny. Really quick. I told Julia this story. I had a really poor experience with grocery delivery over the weekend. And I had ordered a bunch of stuff I needed to make. I was going to make a death by chocolate cake. Like I haven't made
Is
my
that what
own
it
like
was?
from scratch cake. I was going to try to do that over the weekend. I just was like mood to try to bake this cake. And I ordered all the things that I needed for said cake, and then it got delivered to somebody else. I got somebody else's groceries, and it was like frozen pizzas and protein waffles. and things that I was
That's
just
not
like,
even.
So you got a frat boy's grocery.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So
Definitely.
what happened?
So I ended up getting a refund I ordered through Aldi and they issued me a refund and everything, but
I love all
somebody out there had got my groceries and I got stuck with those groceries, so I did not make the
Aw.
chocolate cake. So maybe I'll make it. Not maybe
Valentine's Day is coming up.
Yeah, maybe for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I love that.
Because I'll bake. Like, I have like my go-to kind of recipes now for baking, like certain cookies, and I like to make different banana and like pumpkin bread and things like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But I wanted to like venture off the baking world.
So
So like I
Yeah.
cook because I cook dinner and things like that, and I enjoy cooking. Again, I have like my meals too, but baking is something that I have to kind of like broaden my horizon.
and you should bring that here.
Yeah.
It'll be gone in 2
I've been
seconds.
saying this for so
Yeah, I
long. And I'm
know.
like, I've been trying to bake more. And I never
Yeah.
bring it. I just want to
Priscilla brought her cake that she made
likes to bake,
yesterday.
yeah.
Oh,
It was
Oh.
good.
I didn't
I
see
gave a
that
bite of
one.
it.
She was singing happy birthday to Gary,
We
our
thought it was
engineer.
Gary's
So we thought
birthday.
it was Gary's birthday. And he goes, it's actually not my birthday. She just wanted an excuse to bake a cake. It's like, oh, okay. So we can all pretend it's our
Let's
birthday.
honestly
Yeah.
So it's
Well, I mean, it was Groundhog Day, so that was something to celebrate yesterday.
Yeah.
6
No, it's
more
still
weeks
spring
of winter.
What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I'm not a big fan of winter at all. At all.
Well, I don't really like summer, so I'd rather be cold than hot. It's people tell me I'm crazy, but
Yeah. Like I want to retire in Florida. Like that's how much I
Mm.
love the sunshine.
Okay.
But it's honestly
I
because
would prefer the summer over winter too.
yeah, and I feel like everybody's just in a
Yeah.
brighter, happier mood when the
Yeah.
sun is out.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
sun is cold and you can go outside and actually enjoy doing
You know,
outdoor
vitamin
activities.
D is like a thing that we need.
I get though when if it's like really too uncomfortably hot, then
Yeah,
it's
the
not
I
fun
don't
to
like
be
humidity
outside.
gets to
Yeah.
me. The humidity
I'm not a
gets to
sweater.
me. The hair goes like crazy.
Yeah.
Places.
Yeah.
I can understand that. Okay.
Yeah.
It's easier to get warm than to
True.
Then to get cool.
Then to
up.
cool
That's
down.
It takes forever to
very
cool
good
up.
point.
Yeah.
That's why the fall, September,
That's why
October.
fall is my favorite season.
Fall
Okay.
It's a nice
good
medium.
season.
Yeah.
I love the summer if I'm by a body of water, but
Mhm.
some
Okay.
days when it's,
Mhm.
you know, too
You're
hot.
just hot and you want to stay inside.
Yeah.
with
No,
AC,
yeah, if there's no access to a pool or the ocean,
Yeah.
It's different.
Makes sense.
not
Yeah.
super happy.
Right.
Fall's a good medium.
All right,
Yeah.
we're gonna take another break here, and who knows what we'll talk about.
Who knows? I don't know.
It's a
You'll have to
mystery.
come back and join us if I in the right button to take it to a break. Okay, here we go. Oh,
Yep, now we're
here-
back.
here we
Sorry.
go. On this Tuesday morning, we've been chit-chatting a little bit about plans for Retta and Sarah's show moving forward and our love for baking and cooking and all that kind of stuff. So now we figured there was something that we were talking about during the break, and Julia and I talked a little bit about this with Chris. I think, did we talk about it on Off the Desk here?
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday, but we haven't talked about it with Chris yet because
Oh,
we were
yeah, we didn't
finishing
debrief
it and he
it.
wasn't here. Yeah.
We're talking about the show His and Hers on Netflix, and we all here have watched it and had some thoughts on
Yeah.
how it ended. So this is a spoiler alert if you haven't watched it yet. It is a limited series on Netflix, 6 episodes, and it's kind of like a whodunit type
Yeah.
of murder mystery type show. And I overall liked it. I thought it was
Because
a
Kaylee
big-
guessed it right.
I guess it right. That does, make me feel good. But it was a big twist, though. I think that it made sense to me in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I liked it too. There was, like I said, there was kind of the ending came in waves where like there was a huge twist at the end of the second to last episode, and then that led into an even bigger twist at the end of it. And I liked it. I think honestly, well, I guess should we just give it away and say who done it? Okay.
Make it a positive
Spoiler.
spoiler.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Don't
guys.
go, skip to the end.
So once we find out that the mother was the killer,
The mother of like the main
yeah.
character, Anna.
Mhm.
So she's reading this letter that the mother leaves on her dresser. And I think what's crazy, which we didn't get to talk about yet, is just like the look that she and her mother are exchanging when she's reading this letter and finds out that her mother at this point killed 3 people. And then the mother's like just staring at her, tending to the children and her husband, who she gets back at the end.
I
And the
kind of
husband
loved
gets
that they
back
got
together.
back.
I did
together.
too. Like they were good.
Yeah.
And then she gives her mother the smile, like she's okay and satisfied with it.
Well, at first she's crying. Like she
Yeah.
is crying
Yeah.
reading the letter
Yeah.
and she's like shocked by it. But
Overwhelmed.
then at the end it's almost like, "Aw, thanks, Mom."
Yeah.
Like that
Right.
smile.
Like there's
You did your
something
big one.
sad in that look, which just shows to the audience that she's good with it, and they're going to
Yeah.
continue going on. And honestly, it shows that she agreed with it, not necessarily agreed with it, but was happy that her mother gave her
She
her
was like,
life
"Thanks,
back
Mom."
in a sense. Yeah,
But,
she
like,
was
when
like, "Thanks, Mom."
When you like think about what this mother found out and had to watch,
Yes,
Yeah.
that was
it was a
horrible.
horrific crime done to her daughter that happened when she was in high school
Mhm.
because of these 3 other girls she was friends
Yeah.
with in high school that let this horrific crime happen and like actually paid for it to happen.
Yeah,
I don't know if into like I don't want to give that
Yeah.
yeah,
all the
but
details on that, but the mother watches this because it was captured
Yeah.
on video all these years later, and it decides to get revenge. That was
Mhm.
When
what
I
happened.
found out that the mother was the person who did all of it, I just thought about like, what would my mother have done? You
I
know,
know.
like I know she would go to an extent. I'm the only child, so like she
Yeah.
would definitely go to an extent, but I don't think like killing
Yeah.
somebody. You know, but my mother will.
Of it all, the fiction
Yeah.
of it all.
I don't know if you guys noticed. I'm a detail girl, but on the letter that the mother wrote, there was like a coffee stain, and I think a little bit earlier she spilled coffee on like something.
Oh, I
And
didn't
when I
know
As
that.
saw
she was
that,
writing.
it was like a stain. And I noticed it and I was like, oh my gosh, like was she
That's
writing it
okay.
at that time? I need to like
You
go
know
back
what?
to details,
I
but
I want to go back to like and watch
The
some of the
beginning,
early
right? Yeah.
episodes because one of the things the mother writes in the letter is like how basically she was able to get away with everything because no one was like expecting her and people thought she had dementia and everything.
mhm,
And she goes, but sometimes like you just overlook the things that are in plain sight and then it shows the footprints because she was barefoot in every
Yeah.
scene that you saw her in when she was outside and like this happened, the horrific crimes, the first one happened in the woods and there was like
mhm.
all this mud and you can see there are
The
barefoot
footprints. Yeah.
and that was nothing that the detectives or anybody like looked into. They were focused on like the sole of the shoe,
Yep.
the or the boot.
Because they thought it
things
was
like
a
that.
I didn't
man.
think, I
Yeah.
wonder
They
how
thought it was
they
a man.
small town. I don't know how it
Right.
works over there, but
In
I'm
this
just curious on
fictional
how they got to
small
that
town.
conclusion.
Yeah.
I know it was.
He wasn't really
interesting.
trying. I mean, he was like,
He was kind of part of the.
Yeah, he
show.
didn't want
Right.
so he didn't want his
didn't
own
wanna blow
dirt to
his
get
own spot.
out.
if
Right.
you didn't kill her, then just say that you had intercourse. You
Yeah.
know, I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyways,
that was a sticky situation for him to be in, I
Yeah.
guess. But
but
I
really
thought it
good.
was a
You
good
got,
show.
everyone should
It
watch it. Just
Yeah.
you know.
It's a
I
good
think they
show.
should have a part 2.
I know. I would watch
see?
it. See
Yeah.
what
Some
else
people
they
are like,
can
oh, something is similar to his and hers. It's called Behind Her Eyes on Netflix. I started watching it. I was like, guys,
not.
let's
Not the
just stick
same.
with when there's a show. Just like let's stick with
Let it
it.
be. Let it be.
Let it be.
You're
Let
trying
it
to
speak for
compare. I
itself.
don't know. It's not.
Yeah.
It's like it's from like a UK show. I was like, oh.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for
Interesting.
joining us here. That's all the time we have today. One more appearance from you guys, Aretta and Sarah, and we look
Yay.
forward to it.
Yeah.
See you
We'll
next
see you
Thanks for
next
having
time.
us.
Bye.